What is up, everyone? It's Ep.27 here, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa. So let's get right back into this class trial. I don't want to miss anything. So let's jump right back in. Alright. I think I kind of had it solved before I ended the last episode. The numbers on the Justice Hammer. And number 3, he was obviously killed later. They weren't used in that order, though. I don't think, at least. I don't know what the ammunition is here. Is it the number on the Justice Hammers? And then I'm gonna shoot the what order with that. Okay, I think Sakura says it. Hold on, let's see. Oh, she says it. Objection! Got her, coach. Alright. Oh, let's get back to reading. We got a C on that. Not good. Probably because of the timing. No! It's not necessarily the case that they were killed in the same order as the hammers were numbered. In fact, wouldn't it make sense if that was all just a diversion by the culprit? If the numbers on the Justice Hammers were a diversion by the culprit, then, in reality, Ishimaru was killed first, and Yamada was killed after that? If that's the case, could you present some evidence? Evidence that shows Ishimaru was killed before Yamada. I need something to show his time of death. Are we hopping in? No, whoa. It was his watch, right? His watch, because his watch was after 6. Yep, it even shows you right here. Bam. That's it. We did it. Without getting hit. Oh, that was close. That was close. We almost got hit right there, but we got a perfect. That's right! Ishimaru's wristwatch. Look at this. It's broken, and the hands were pointing to just after 6 when it happened. It was likely broken when he was attacked by the culprit. After all, when we saw him last night, it was not broken. Hey, how long are you planning on making us wait? Ishimaru looked down at his wristwatch irritably and raised his voice further. It's almost 10 o'clock. That's bedtime for all the good little boys and girls. Given his watch wasn't broken last night, there's no mistaking he was attacked at 6 this morning. In short, that's the time Ishimaru was killed. But if he was killed at the 6 this morning, it happened much more before Yamada was murdered. And even before Celeste was first attacked. A little after 7. Yes, Ishimaru's murder happened before any of the other incidents. We made the wrong assumption. Because of those Justice Hammers, we wrongly assumed the order things happened. Oh, we're getting good at this. The culprit intentionally numbered the weapons and had them increase in size as well. So we would assume the incidents occurred according to the hammer's numbers. Furthermore, if we assume Ishimaru was murdered just after 6, then nobody has an alibi for his murder. Reason being, he was murdered before we met up in the cafeteria. Indeed, that is the case for Ishimaru's murder. But everyone has an alibi for the time Yamada was murdered. Ah, yeah! When Yamada was killed... Ah! Huh? What? It came from downstairs, which means that scream. Was Yamada in the infirmary? Crap! Let's hurry back! When we heard Yamada scream from the infirmary, everyone but Hagakiri and Kirigiri were together. Yes. We kind of established this. After that, we rushed down to the infirmary and saw Yamada's corpse. Okay. It's true! We've got alibis! I've got it! The culprit recorded the scream with a tape recorder and played it back later, dude. And where's this tape recorder? Beats me. Don't just spew anything that comes to mind. In any event, when we heard Yamada scream, we all clearly had alibis. Which means nobody who was there with us could have killed Yamada. Not just Yamada's murder either. The subsequent disappearance of the corpses is the same. When Yamada's corpse disappeared from the infirmary, Ase and I were together in the restroom, and everyone else was in the physics prep room, yes? And it was the same when Ishimaru's corpse disappeared from the prep room. At that time, we were all gathered in the infirmary because of the disappearance of Yamada's corpse. And I was all by myself, sleeping like a baby in the physics prep room. Then couldn't Genocider have moved Ish's corpse? Even if she could have relocated. Togami protected his woman. I knew he had some kind of feelings for her. Even if she could have relocated Ishimaru's corpse, she could have moved Yamada's from the infirmary. When Yamada's corpse went missing, she was still unconscious in the prep room. Of course, I didn't do it either. I didn't do either of them anyway. In short, none of us are capable of having committed Yamada's murder or relocating the corpses. Looking at it another way, only Hagakari or Kirigiri, who are unaccounted for, could have done it. That's not true. What now, Kirigiri? This conversation is just going in circles trying to decide who done it. So rather than who did it, how about we try thinking about how they did it? I believe the method by which Yamada's corpse was moved is of particular importance. Yeah, I agree. As much as I searched, I could never find an answer for how his body was moved. And what's more, according to Celeste... Yes, but he was only out of our sight for a minute. The culprit moved Yamada's body in the span of 1 minute. I mean, isn't that kind of an over-exaggerated thing? Like, maybe she could have just said that just to say, oh yeah, you know, we weren't there that long. That would be the case. Apparently, his body disappeared in the span of a single minute while Celeste and Asahito were away. But to move a body that large from the first floor to the art storage room on the 3rd floor? No matter how you look at it, that just ain't possible, dude. What if I said there was a way to make that impossible feat possible? What? How? Have the corpse move itself? Huh? You mean the corpse could move on its own? Another go! We're not talking about the supernatural. What that woman's trying to say is, there's a possibility that Yamada, who we believe to be dead, was actually alive. I knew it. Wasn't that whole? I can see the light, guys. I'm going to die soon. I can see it. I can't breathe. Oh, I'm gonna die. Wasn't that all just a fake fluke? Come on now, who believed that? Even when it was happening, I even said that is all a lie, and it was hella over exaggerated. And my California accent is coming out hella. He was alive. So Yamada was not transported from the infirmary, but moved himself with his own 2 legs? Then what does that make the corpse we saw in the infirmary? That was him pretending to be dead. That's not possible. Is it really possible that Yamada was actually alive? It is, I think. I think it is. Cause nah, the broken wristwatch isn't ammo. Not for this part. Is it possible that when Yamada was first found in the infirmary, we gotta read the story time. I didn't see it. He was alive. Well, that couldn't be. Yamada was without a doubt dead. How can you be so sure? You heard the corpse because we discovered Yamada's corpse. Well, that doesn't sound about right. It could have been Ishimaru's, right? Oh, I shot the wrong thing. I think that's what it was. I shot the wrong thing right there. No, that's not the wrong thing here. Here's the corpse announcement too, because we discovered. No, we did not. We're basically saying that it wasn't Yamada's body that we discovered. Oh, I hit the wrong thing, man. Okay, I'm jumping back into this because I did it wrong the first time, and that was like my last little bit of health. So we got screwed over. Hold on. It's this. It's gotta be this. Because I don't get it. Isn't that it? Because we discovered Yamada's corpse. Or is it the other way around that I'm thinking of? That I'm messing up on? Oh, okay. I think it's her saying Yamada's corpse, because we found Yamada's corpse is the wrong part. And our ammunition is going to be this. What Kirigiri said. So let's do it this time. Let's see what happens. Boom! Okay, objection! We got it. Okay, sometimes these things are getting... These ammunition things is getting hard, man. Before they kind of gave it to you, you just had to find the wrong answer. Now you gotta find the ammunition. Was that corpse discovery announcement actually triggered by the discovery of Yamada's corpse? Of course it was. We heard the announcement immediately after finding Yamada's corpse. But the people who found Ishimaru's corpse experienced the same thing. Didn't they? He's exactly right. We heard that announcement immediately upon discovering Ishimaru's corpse. What am I saying is, aren't we confusing Ishimaru's corpse discovery announcement for Yamada's corpse discovery announcement? Had two corpses been discovered, there should have been two announcements. I imagine Monokuma was just being lazy and combined them both into a single announcement. What do you have to say about that? I don't want to step on anyone's toes, so I can't go into much detail. But I'll tell you this. A corpse discovery announcement only occurs when 3 or more humans first discover a dead body. Doesn't tell us anything, dude. We want to know if you were lazing out on us. No, that was more than enough. Huh? He said it only happens when we first discover a dead body. Which means, no matter how many times we discover the same body, multiple announcements won't be made. That being so, what triggered that corpse discovery announcement? That one? Which one? Over the course of the day, we heard the corpse discovery announcement made twice. There were 2 corpse discovery announcements. The first one happened when we discovered the bodies in the infirmary and prep room. And then the second one, when we rediscovered the bodies, right? The second corpse discovery announcement was when we rediscovered the bodies in the storage room. And then look, ding dong, we got a corpse here. We'll be holding a class trial pretty soon, so make good use of the time you've got. At the time, I didn't pay the announcement much mind, but doesn't that contradict what Monokuma told us? If they only made the first time a body is found, we wouldn't have heard one when we rediscovered them. Then, of course, it has to be. What we thought was us rediscovering the corpses was in reality discovering one of them for the first time. But simply, when Yamada was first found in the infirmary, he was not yet dead. And we discovered his corpse in the true sense of the word in the art storage room. But that's not all. There's even more evidence suggesting Yamada was still alive in the infirmary. Evidence? I know all about that. He was good at playing dead. That's all the evidence you need. I would hardly call something so insignificant evidence. As I expected, there exists no evidence that he was actually alive. In that case, let's go back over once more the condition Yamada's body was in. I'm certain it'll all be clear to you then, whether he was alive or dead. I doubt anything will come of it. There's definitely evidence that Yamada was alive. I just need to show that to everyone else. It's his glasses. He wiped his glasses off so he could go up the stairs. It's easy. Alright, let's do this. This one's gotta be easy. We first discovered Yamada's corpse in the infirmary. But while Celeste and I were in the restroom, his body disappeared. Okay, that was right. And it was next discovered in the art storage room. Before he was moved and after he was moved. Nothing changed. Not true. The glasses. He wiped his glasses. Not true at all. He wiped them damn glasses and he said, I'm going to fake my death. He didn't think I was going to notice, did he? There was a blatant difference between the Yamada in the infirmary and the Yamada in the art storage room. His glasses. And that should be more than enough evidence to show that Yamada was playing dead in the infirmary. Would you mind explaining yourself? I got you. When we first found Yamada's body in the infirmary, his glasses were covered in blood. But when we found him in the art storage room, his glasses were clean. Furthermore, I found something in the infirmary's trash can I believe was used to wipe off the blood. The evidence I need is the thing I found in the infirmary's trash can, which, bam, bam, boom, bam, is the super heretical squishy princess crap. The bloody glasses cloth. This, present the ammo, put Celeste to bed. I found the glasses cloth in the infirmary's trash can. From the blood stain here on the cloth, we can deduce that this glasses cloth was used to wipe the blood off of Yamada's glasses. On top of that, the character on this cloth is the same as the one on that digital camera. See? The digital camera Yamada brought in with him? Princess Buku from Heretical Angel's Super Squishy Princess, right? I can't imagine anyone other than Yamada would have had a glasses cloth like this. The only people here who wear glasses are... I want to be caught dead with that plebeian filth. A tissue is all I need to clean my glasses. There's no doubt about it. This glasses cloth belonged to Yamada. I see. So where does that put us, dude? What it means is that Yamada's glasses cloth was used to clean the blood off his glasses. But even so, that doesn't necessarily mean he did it himself. Think about it a second. What benefit is a clean pair of glasses except to the person wearing them? You make a fair point. So Yams really did it to himself, huh? In which case, that means Yamada was still alive when he was found in the infirmary. And after using his own glasses cloth to wipe the blood from his own glasses, he left the room on his own two legs. The formerly impossible task of moving Yamada's corpse doesn't seem so implausible anymore, does it? But if he was just playing dead in the infirmary, then where did all that blood come from? Could it have been paint or something? No, there was those blood packets in that fridge. Yep, see? Kirigiri's got it. The infirmary's refrigerator stocked with blood for transfusions. In all likelihood, that's what he used. I'm guessing he went way overboard, splattering the blood everywhere when he was getting ready. That's what he needed to clean his glasses. Oh, you're just such a ditch, Hiffy. Furthermore, if Yamada was alive at the time, we could also explain the disappearance of Ishimaru's corpse. It's obvious now who moved his corpse. Yup, he did it himself. Yamada went up and did it. Yamada did it, didn't he? So while we were all gathered in the infirmary, he was moving Ishimaru from the physics prep room. If that's the case, we can also explain why the art storage room's door was locked. The storage room was locked. Yup, when we went, it was locked. Remember, guys? After the two guys disappeared, we all went searching for them, right? Well, me and Sakura went straight to the art room then, and the door to the storage room was locked. On top of that, the door's lock is such that it can only be set from inside the storage room. In other words, when Asuna and Ugami were in the art room, someone else was inside the storage room. Which would mean that was Yamada, just after he finished transporting Ishimaru's body. By faking his death, Yamada was able to slip under the radar and bring Ishimaru to the storage room. Meaning he wasn't simply a victim in this incident, but a perpetrator. But to think one of the victims would himself be involved in the crime. No way. I don't believe it. If it's that hard to believe, then I could show you another piece of evidence. There's still more? Yes, the most conclusive evidence of Yamada's involvement has yet to make an appearance. You know what it is, don't you, Nagi? The item Yamada stole from the victim, Ishimaru. It was his hidden note, right? This one? Present the evidence. You're talking about the note Yamada had hidden on himself, aren't you, Kirigiri? Hidden on himself? We found it hidden in his underwear when investigating his body. Inside! His underwear! His underwear. I see. Putting the whole underwear business aside, how about we take a look at what the note says? Found a hole like a secret path. Can see the outside. Probably a way out. Would be bad if Monokuma found out, so don't talk to anyone. Meet in the physics prep room at 6 a.m. Ah! That's the note I was telling you about, dude. The culprit lettered me out using. Hold on a sec. It's not quite the same. The note I got said, would be bad if Monokuma found out, so don't talk to anyone. Meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. That's right. This is a completely different note from the one you received, Hagakari. Completely different? What I'm saying is, in addition to Hagakari, one other person was called on by the culprit. And the other person, the one who received this note, was Ishimaru himself. Yes, it was Ishimaru. The person who received this note was the deceased Ishimaru. Ahem. Objection, objection. I'm still not sure what you're getting at, but didn't you say Hiffy had it? Then that means it was Hiffy and not Kitty who the note was summoning. Oh, by Kitty you mean Ishimaru, and by Hiffy you mean Yamada, right? No shit, Sherlock. You don't need to explain every little thing. Yikes. Genocider can be downright terrifying. But I can't back down now. I'm gonna guess... I don't know what to think about this one. If he had the note, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Then that note was obviously meant for Hiffy. Think back on the contents of the note. What time did the note specify they meet? 6 in the morning. Who cares what time it said? I don't know if I believe that right there, though. Something happened right around then. Was it something that has to do with his glasses? No, 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 no. The broken wristwatch, right? This one? Has to do with the wristwatch, I think. Because that's when he died. So wait, let's go back to that one part. I think it's the last thing she said. Can I just hit it? There we go. Objection! Haha, we're right though. Sweet. I kind of shot it a few times because I didn't want to hit that thing, but we got it. No, they are connected. Huh? What you yammering about, kid? The meeting time mentioned in this note is 6 a.m., which is the same time Ishimaru was killed, as his wristwatch showed us. And that's not all. There's also the meeting place specified in the note. Physics prep room. Ah, yes, that was where Ishimaru was murdered. In other words, Ishimaru was killed at the time and in the place given in this note. Isn't that sufficient evidence that Ishimaru was the intended recipient of this note? I see. If that's how it was, no objections. Ah, look at this. So Ish was deceived by that note, just like me. Grr. What an abhorrent, cold-hearted, abominably inhuman dude, luring us with the temptation of outside. But hold on, why did Yamada have the note if your Ishimaru was the recipient? And in his undies. That has to be because Yamada pried it from Ishimaru's dead hands. What? He took it? What evidence do you have of this? Go on, say it. I've been showing Yamada. Oh, it's the other piece, right? The Ishimaru scrap of paper that was still left in his hand that has nothing on it. When Kirigiri and I were investigating Ishimaru's body, we found a scrap of paper clenched in his hands. If my suspicions are correct, then the torn part of the scrap of paper... Just as I thought, it matches the note Yamada had. The scrap of paper Ishimaru was holding onto and the note Yamada was hiding. Exactly. They're both the same sheet of paper. Ishimaru held a fragment of the note he supposedly received while Yamada possessed the remainder. There's only one way to explain the situation. Ishimaru died with the note held tight in his hand, Yamada attempting to rob him of it. Mistakenly left a corner of the page in Ishimaru's grip. Is that what you're suggesting? In which case that means Yamada knew the note was an important piece of evidence. Yes, and that in itself is evidence of Yamada's involvement. I see. That's cool. The stars are aligned, dude. There's no question Yams was inextricably involved in this incident. In essence, Yams is alive right now, and he's the culprit, dude. No, that can't be. Yamada was definitely dead when we found him in the art storage room. The second corpse discovery announcement we heard serves as a testament to that. Oh, so is he dead for real? Then who killed Yamada? The true culprit. He was likely murdered where we found their bodies in the art storage room just after moving Ishimaru. And he was murdered in the span of time between Ishimaru's disappearance and when we found the bodies. At that time, we had all split up to search for the missing corpses. Which is to say, nobody has an alibi for Yamada's murder. But me and Sakura were together. Have a little shame, would you? You fatuous whale. What are you calling a fat whale? Anywho, dudes, yeah, the time of death is an issue, but we've got an even bigger problem than that. An even bigger problem, you say? What kind of weapon was used to kill Yams? Weapon? I mean, look at this. The Monokuma file says, Ish and Yams had their heads split open in a similar way with similar weapons. But dude, just hammers 3 and 4 were left in the infirmary and physics prep room, you know? If Yams were killed in the art storage room, wouldn't that mean the culprit went back and one of those hammers and got one of those hammers off Yams and returned the hammer to the room it came from? But isn't that a bit too risky? Now there's a surprise. You've actually got something other than air in that skull of yours. I'll have you know it's packed to the brim, dude. Akakari is correct. That does indeed pose a problem. The Monokuma file says the 2 of them were killed with similar weapons. But hammers 3 and 4 remained in the rooms they were originally found. How do you propose the culprit went about carrying off one of the hammers? Can't even imagine the possibility. What about Justice Hammer 1 or 2, the ones used to attack Celeste and Yamada? They too remain in the rooms we found them, and anyway, they don't look like they have lethal force. But then, is it possible something else was used as a murder weapon? There's no way it could have been anything else. They were killed with similar weapons. In which case, what was the weapon used to murder Yamada? Unless we could figure it out, what was actually used to kill him, Yamada? We'll never be able to reach the truth behind these crimes. So I've got to do whatever I can to answer that question. I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words right now. Let's see. Washed hammer. What's the murder weapon? Justice hammer number 3? Just hammer number 4. In either case, how did the culprit manage to bring his chosen weapon to the screen without being seen? Presenting Justice Hammer number 5. Visit our website for more info. Anywho, all we've figured out is one. No, it can't be one of the 2 hammers, right? No. Objection. It can't be one of those 2. That can't be right. We already concluded that they were both in that room. The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer, but some other weapon. But what other weapon? The hammers in the art storage room. Couldn't the culprit have used one of them? Plus, all of the hammers in the art storage room were covered in bits of stone and dust. Except for one, which for some reason had been washed. It was washed? I'm certain the hammer was washed because it was the true weapon used to kill Yamada. The culprit took the time to wash the hammer to get rid of the blood that had gotten on it. Ah, that makes sense. On top of that, there's an array of hammers of all sizes hanging on the wall in the art storage room. And several of those hammers were missing. Couldn't the Justice Hammers themselves have been made using those hammers as a base? If so, it satisfies the condition that they were killed with similar weapons. Just after bringing Ishimaru's body to the art storage room, Yamada was killed with one of those hammers. And the true culprit, the person who made Yamada their accomplice and then betrayed him, did it. No, just hold on a minute. We already discussed this. An accomplice has nothing to gain given the rules set concerning graduation from the academy. In other words, it's not possible there was an accomplice, and you should perish the thought. Accomplices are out of the question. She's right. That should have been the case. It should have been, but something ain't right. So there's 2 crimes here. According to the rules, when a collaborative crime is committed, only the person who performs the murder can make it out alive. There is no chance? Indeed, you are correct. But that assumes only one crime took place. 2 crimes occurred. And I'm guessing the wrong thing is the whole, when she says there is no chance that 2 crimes could have been committed. Yup, I got it right. Objection. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Decent. I'm doing decent. We got a perfect on that one too. But 2 separate crimes occurred, so does it really count as a collaborative effort? What do you mean by that? Naturally, having an accomplice is only out of the question in the case of there being a single crime. One murder can save only one person by adding an accomplice. You throw the scales off balance. Throw the scales off balance. It's a matter of risk versus reward. In other words, the remuneration must be enough to offset the danger. There's no point in co-conspiring a murder if you, too, won't be saved. On the other hand, if you balance the scales, it's not impossible to form a mutually beneficial partnership. 2 culprits committing 2 separate murders, assisting each other in their own respective crimes. The true culprit proposed this plan to Yamada in order to gain his cooperation in their crime. Most likely, Yamada was the one who killed Ishimaru. By committing his murder, Yamada lost his escape route and was forced to help the culprit commit theirs. In short, what happened today wasn't a serial murder at the hands of a single culprit, but 2 separate murders by 2 separate culprits. And the fact that it was made to look like a serial murder was all misdirection by the culprit. This guy's madman, the similar murder weapons, the body's disappearance. By giving them these commonalities, the culprit made it seem as though only one crime had taken place. The culprit proposed this plan, secured his accomplice's cooperation, and in the end, eliminated the biggest obstacles to his own success by murdering that accomplice. Which means betraying Yamada was part of the plan from the get-go. What the heck? That's the most despicable thing I've ever heard. Really? I think it was a fairly solid plan. Well, aside from the choice of accomplice. The most important characteristic of this incident was the fact that 2 crimes were disguised as one. And I'm almost positive Kirigiri had that figured out from the very beginning. And that's why she told us to think of the murders as separate incidents and not a serial murder. You're outstanding, Kirigiri. Maybe a little too much so. Almost unbelievably so. I accept the existence of an accomplice now. The question begs, who was the one manipulating Yamada? That is the question. The true culprit, the person who controlled Yamada and set the stage for these 2 murders? Everything we discussed up to this point, every detail of these crimes, taking all of it together, there's only one person it could be! It's gotta be Celeste! It's gotta be her! I want to hit that accusation, but you guys will see who I accuse in the next episode. It's gotta be Celeste. Come on now. It's gotta be her, right? I'm making my accusation. I'm doing it. It's gonna be her. So I'll see you guys in the next episode of Danganronpa. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Deuces, guys.